Located in Cedar Grove, Roaring River Falls is one of the park's must-see waterfalls. For those who cannot commit to longer hikes to Mist Falls, Roaring River Falls is a great option. There are two different ways that you can see these falls. You can take the shorter, steeper dirt trail or the longer ADA compliant paved trail. If you choose the dirt option, you will be parking on the shoulder of the road and you need to keep your eyes peeled for it because it comes up really quick. The dirt trail option is just under 0.2 of a mile with 120 feet of elevation gain. The paved option is quite a bit longer at 0.3 of a mile, but it only has 49 feet of elevation gain. Please note that at least when we were there, this trail got pretty buggy and it seemed like no bug spray or anything else could keep them away. At the top of the climb, the trail will be curving off to the left and flattening out a bit. When you see this, you are almost there. Unlike the longer trail to the falls, this one will take you to a higher vantage point. You won't be anywhere near as close to the falls on this side, but you will have a much better panoramic view of the area. And here we have our first look at Roaring River Falls. This waterfall stands about 40 feet tall, and it is at its biggest and loudest in late spring and early summer. This side of the river seems way less popular, so if you're looking for a quiet place to eat lunch and enjoy the waterfall, you may want to do it here. As for us, we started on our way back to the car because we wanted to check out the other side too. Please be careful on your way down because there is a lot of loose topsoil and things can get pretty slippery. Once you get back to the parking area, you do have two options. You can either just walk across the bridge and this will give you another scenic view, or you can hop back in the car because there is a much more defined parking lot for the other side of the trail. This definitely seems like the much more official way to get there. On this side, there are actual parking spots and even a picnic table. As I mentioned before, this trail is ADA accessible, but there is a little bit of a hill in the middle, so be ready for that. But it is nothing compared to the hill that you had to climb on the other side of the bridge. This is a nice and peaceful stroll. Not only do you have beautiful surroundings, but you can also hear the appropriately named Roaring River Falls the entire time. Even though this trail is short, it does have the option to turn it into a much more substantial hike. When you see this fork here, you can turn to go to Zumwalt Meadows or even all the way to Road's End. If you go up to the waterfalls and then all the way to Road's End, you're looking at an overall distance of 5.2 miles. But as for this video, we are going to continue on because we are almost to the falls. If you are very sure-footed, you can climb down to get a little bit closer to the waterfall, but please note that the park does heavily discourage swimming at the base of the falls. The currents here are deceptively strong and you could very easily be washed away. And also, a lot of the rocks down here that you can climb on aren't that stable, so watch out for those too. In our opinion, the best seat in the house is right on the other side of this big boulder. It will give you a front row seat to the falls and it kind of makes you feel like you have it all to yourself. If you are into landscape photography, plan on spending a little bit of time here. It may not be an all-day thing, but there are so many little photo ops. If you are a huge waterfall fan, you should check out our other video about hiking to Rainbow Falls near Devil's Post Pile. That one is also incredibly gorgeous. After hanging out at the base of the falls, you can either head straight back to the car, or you can check out a couple of the other little viewpoints along the way. I don't know if any of these are official viewpoints, but you'll see these little gaps in the trees that can take you to some cool spots to look out at the river. While these spots may not be quite as spectacular as the main viewpoint for Roaring River Falls, they are still pretty photogenic. If you would like to see another waterfall that took us a little bit more effort to get to, you should check out our video about kayaking to the base of Shoshone Falls in Idaho. That was an experience that we'll never forget, and it is a must-do for all adventurers. The nice thing about viewing the falls from this side of the river is that when you're done, it is a nice and easy stroll back to the car. And that is going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps out the channel. If you have ideas for future videos, let us know. And for all the information about Roaring River Falls and other awesome Kings Canyon adventures, head on over to livethatadventure.com.